And even just a couple of days working with Jaron Boots Ennis is going to be for Canelo, just to see a bit of the tempo, a bit of that switching of stance, because let's be honest, there's not many guys that Canelo has fought that have fought out of both stances and done it as fluidly as Boots Ennis or as Bud Crawford will do in their fight.
Bien, bien hecho, bonita, bien, otra vez ahí, no se la cambia.
Crawford fight, not Crawford. I don't think Boots fight like Crawford at all. That was just I think the comparisons they was making initially was just as they both were switch hitters and they both could be so naturally. That's really the only thing that they do the same.
Canelo's camp called commotion, confirming collaboration with contender Boots Ennis, crafting.
Bien, bien, bien. Dándole la cintura. Bien, bien hecho, bonita, bien, otra vez ahí. No se la cambia. Ahí. Suavecito y remate. A ver. El remate está. Suavecito y remate. Un pasito atrás y volver. Angulado.
A calculated copy of Crawford. Critics claim Canelo's choice conveys clear commitment, crushing complacency. Champion-turned-commentator Andre Durrell called it a clever clue Canelo craves complete conditioning come September. Choosing Boots, celebrated for craft, clarity, and combat cunning, clearly captures Crawford's core characteristics. Canelo's call confirmed competitive courage, crediting Crawford's capabilities while committing completely to conquest.
With Canelo, I do believe this is get back on Crawford for not taking the fight with Boots back in 2024 when Boots called him out. But Crawford was on the bigger and better things, baby. That bigger and better things being Canelo Alvarez, September 13th, 2025. Bigger legacy, bigger name, bigger payday, bigger status. So, too little, too late, Boots. But I am looking forward to how you advance in your career after this, because this camp is definitely going to level you up, man. You're going to get better because of it in every aspect. Toughness, skill set, smarts. You're going to get a lot from this camp, champ. And I'm looking forward to seeing what you do because of it. You're already a bad man, dog. I want to see where you take it from here. But Crawford, it's over. I believe he walking away in the sunset, especially if he walk away with the victory, which I'm hoping for. But you, champ, you're going to have to settle for something else. Get Canelo that work, man. He going to need it. He going to need it. According to Roy Jones, Canelo got to be on his A game. You got to be on yours too, man. We're looking forward to seeing what you do after this. It's raining on me right now, so I'm going to cut this short, baby. But Boots, get somebody else, champ. Get somebody else. I'm out.
Boxing Buzz as Boxing Orbit broadcasted Canelo's clash-centric camp, capturing a candid clip of Canelo confronting crafty contender Jaron Boots Ennis. Captioned clearly, the collaboration caused conversation, with critics, commentators, and casuals chiming in. Coach Greg Hackett called the choice compelling, considering it a clever cue towards Canelo's calculated campaign for Crawford. Critics consider the combination curious, even comical, but Hackett countered, claiming Canelo's camp craves challenge, not chance. Crawford, celebrated for cunning composure and ceaseless combat creativity, calls for clever cloning, cue Boots. Hackett credited Boots' capabilities, crisp combinations, cat-like quickness, and championship-caliber charisma. Calling him more than a common campmate, Hackett concluded that Canelo's course charts commitment, care, and comprehensive combat conditioning. Clearly, Canelo's crew cherishes clarity over comfort, crafting a camp constructive for conquering Crawford.
I don't know, because there's things I know about camp and how they want things to go. So is it going to be that way? Is y'all going to try to alter the camp, or is y'all going to let them go? Or, I mean, is y'all looking to still?
Give me the psychology behind both sides. What does Jaron Ennis get from this? What does Canelo Alvarez get from this?
I mean, Jaron Ennis get from it being in with the elite, a guy who's prepared for everything. One thing you can't say about Canelo is that he hasn't seen something. Canelo's seen southpaws, he's seen tall guys, short guys, slick fighters, he's seen bulls, he's been up against everything. So you get a world of experience with a guy like Canelo. You get a guy who's in full confidence with a guy like Canelo. So with that type of boxing, I would see Canelo really not worried about so much of what Boots trying to do to him, but really just paying attention to him. But then it's the same, like, I don't know, I can see Boots kind of like, I think the mindset for Boots would be not only to prove I can hang, but to also be trying to see what will come with this shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but I don't think I would do that. I don't know. It's just me. I just think the only reason I say that because I think Boots can get that fight. I think Boots can end up in a fight with Canelo. And I'm saying that because, you know, the reason I say I wouldn't do it is because I wouldn't spar you and then here go a year later they fighting. Nah,
I mean, that's for as much as it does for Canelo, it does for Boots though, right? If that were to be the case.
Yeah, but there's so many ways it could go. And what I'm saying is, if I was to be where Boots is right now, if one thing we can all agree on, everybody hate Boots right now. They mad at Boots, right?
Coach Jose Benavidez Sr. calmly countered the chatter circling Canelo's camp choices, claiming critics cling to camp clips while confusing context. Calling out the clamor, he clarified that come clash time, commentary counts for nothing. Constantly connected critics consider camp collaborations crucial, but Coach contends they are merely components of combat conditioning. Crawford, a complex contender, can't be copied completely, no matter Canelo's companion. Coach concluded that clear-cut conclusions come under championship conditions, not during closed camp contests. Cautioning against clouded conclusions, he championed calm, calculated concentration, choosing to concentrate on his corner's core campaign rather than chaotic clickbait.
Whatever, we're not even like thinking about it anymore, and you were just like, Canelo is slipping and stuff like that. Does it make you kind of rethink Canelo and that Crawford fight to be like, well, he's really taking it serious to bring in a guy like Jaron Ennis?
Well, like I said, I don't really focus on that. We stay in our lane, and try to get better ourselves. And whatever they do, whatever they decide to bring in or whatever, I'm pretty sure they have a plan. But I don't really focus on what other people do. We focus on what we do in order to get better ourselves. Because we do have a lot of things that we need to fix and get better at. So my respects to whatever they do or whatever they're doing, but at the end of the day, I think it's a good thing. But we don't really focus on that, what other people do. Like I said, we got to get better at our